Hello all, welcome to part 5 of my little Let's Play of Open Transport Tycoon. It's been a little while since I played it, and it's been a longer while since I played the previous Let's Play video, so it's going to be a little bit, it's going to be a while. Here we go, it was really cool transport, wasn't it? Is it this one? Oh dear. Here we go, this is where we were, wasn't it? We just set up our little, our livestock and grain supply over here, and our goods supply over here. I remember now. Cool beans. Right. Oh. Well, I've sort of shown you a lot of the tutorial bits and bobs on how to work the kind of basic functions of the game, so I think it's probably time for me to just kind of play, I suppose, which is nice. Ah, well, what to do, I wonder. Subsidies are always good to go for. Blurton Farm to Nanton Shore Factory. Blurton Farm. Yep, okay. To Nanton Shore Factory, which is over there. Suppose I could do that. That doesn't seem so hard. Oh, great. Livestock improved at Short Fork Farm. 14%, you know. It's a game-winning difference. Right. How am I going to do this? One thing you can do is just build bridges over things, but they are a bit kind of... They're not the best thing in the world because they take a long time, trains take a long time to get over them, you see. I'm just going to do it this way. And build just a couple of really, really crummy signals. Oh, it's so expensive to build things on farmland. Oh, there we go. Normally, as you all know, I would have done my little loading loops and all that kind of bollocks. But for now, to be honest, I don't think I'm going to. Just because it's a very small train track anyway. I don't think it's going to be entirely really necessary, you know. So we're going to Blurton North, where I want you to full load in any cargo, and go to here, and off you go. Now I'm going to build a few signals because this is asking for trouble just leaving it like that. So, two-way signal, two-way signal, two-way signal, two-way signal. That should be about right. Yeah, that should do. This means there won't be any catastrophic collisions. Oh, that cost me more money than I thought it would. Oh well. Let me just make sure. Actually, I'm going to send him on his way quickly now, just so I get the subsidy before it runs out. So if I send him off. And I also found out you can actually rename trains. I remember in a couple videos ago, I was wondering if you could. It was this train I think I was wondering whether I could rename, and I couldn't find it. But then look. If I click on train 8, there we go, name. So instead of train 8, I could call him Buttons. There we go, with a Z because he's really cool. It's just more fun that way, isn't it? And you, my friend, can be called Porridge. Cool. Yeah, you can rename all sorts of stuff. You can rename train stations, as well as trains. I like that kind of aspect of games, where you can rename people and have a bit of a laugh. It makes it more fun. I've become, when playing stuff like XCOM... Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, you failures. There we go. When playing things like XCOM, I tend to get a lot more attached to the characters I name myself. So if I've got a character called Bob and one called, you know, Chandler or whatever, or Joey from Friends, then I tend to get more upset when they die, and I tend to take more precautions. I actually used to name characters things like Meat Shield. So the first couple of people would be Meat Shield, and then there'd be Bob, and I think Stephen Fry was one that kept popping up. But the best bit was when they died, you could get a new soldier, call him Stephen Fry again, but add a second after his name, so Stephen Fry the second. And I remember my flatmate, I made one after my flatmate, just called Jason. And I think we got to Jason the 8th before we thought, actually, maybe we should just stop having a Jason, because they aren't very lively. Right, let's see how my finances are going. I'm spending a lot on new vehicles and construction, that's understandable. I'm getting more from my trains than I'm spending on them, that's good. I don't have many road vehicles, but they're still making me an alright number of monies. I want to get a bit more money so I can afford a train, and I can show you, not a train, a boat or a plane, because I quite like boats and planes. There's a little mod I downloaded. I wonder if have I got it here? My old-fashioned boats, but that's not it. It's the here we go. It's the enormous ships. So the oil tanker here can carry 10 million litres of oil, which I think is more realistic, but it does mean it takes absolutely ages to fill up. I mean, you will get like hundreds of thousands of pounds once it finally arrives and to drop off the oil, but it will be there for about 5 years just filling up, which is a little less realistic, you know? And they're pretty expensive. So I will only be able to use my little cheap ships, I think. Got to be careful in saying that. Right, well I've got 23 grand. What have I got? What can I spend it on? No. I might. I don't remember building this one. I think I might have built this one when I wasn't recording. I don't remember. Oh well. It's a nice surprise, isn't it? I discovered something really mean you can do to the computers. Because when you play with the AI, sometimes what they'll do is they'll just concentrate on road vehicles and they'll have 500 or so road vehicles. But if you build a tiny little bit of railway track like this, just like that, you can add a depot here and send a train off. And then once the train gets to the road, you can tell it to stop and sell the depot. And that way you clog up the road. It's technically not cheating, but it's not exactly sporting. Whoa, Splob and Plop are doing pretty well, especially Splob. I'm going to start upgrading Splob, I think. Roads, that's what I need. Oh, it's a lovely day over in Cardiff today. The weather's brilliant. There, that should do just for now. A lot of people have been making these really good mods with these really good vehicles. Oh, well, help if I buy a bus stop. I haven't got many of them in this particular map, but I mean there are kind of old-fashioned buses. There are, you know, more realistic vans that have smaller loads but move fast. You can get a black cab, which I thought was very cool. They only carry 2 people, but they go pretty quickly. It appeals to me, because I'm really sad. Oh, go to Splob. I'm going to rename these places as well in a minute, I reckon. So I'm getting this guy to go kind of the long way round. I've got a few little buses doing smaller routes, but this guy's doing the big one. I'm not sure how much he'll make. That's probably a really bad idea actually, because it means he's carrying a small amount of passengers each time, and each time he's going a small amount of distance. Oh well. He'll enjoy it though. Oh, I was going to rename these places, wasn't I? Great Tenbourne. I think it should be called Great Ed Cheese. Stanhead. Oh, I run out of ideas. I shall call you Clownly. See, this way I don't necessarily remember the names of the towns as Blurton or whatever, but when a little message comes up saying, "Oh, new oil rig near Clownley," I'll know exactly where they mean. Priestable Park. Mootlebury. Mootlebury. Sounds nice enough, doesn't it? CB Grass. CD Cross Bun. Elwob. Elwob spouts from when me and my friend were talking about the band Elbow, who I love, and we spelt it wrong, and it came up as Elwob. Just like this word, Clubapagun. That was talking about a club we went to, and I think it was me, said, "Oh, when are you going to start the club up again?" And then club up again. Club up again? That's a word we use now. Frinningdor. Doris. Town of Doris. I don't think I can rename these, can I? No. Doris Oil Refinery. Which means I'm going to call this one Dodgy. So you get Dodgy Forest, Dodgy Oil Refinery. I must have renamed almost all of them by now. Seaton on the Sea. Oh, damn it. Oh, Seaton on the Sea. It's like a river, isn't it? A really boring river. Boborough Market. How about I give you good price to... Tree. Southton and Northton. I know they're not really that far south and north compared to the rest of the map, but you know. Did anybody else watch Game of Thrones the other day? I love the books. Oh, I'm running out of names. Not that I have a list of them or anything. Spot? Oh, so many. Oh. Get out of my city. Get out of my oil refinery. Get out of my iron ore mine. Oh, I know what I should do. Haunted iron ore mine. Oh, I'm so childish. Where haven't I renamed yet? Grated cheese? See, I know where they are now. Well, that's probably a good time to leave it where it is. See you all in a bit.